All right, guys, welcome to our Diamond and Above call. Val cannot host today, so she is at leadership, which is really exciting. And I can't wait to hear everything that she has coming back from there for us. You can catch all the new releases and stuff that are happening at leadership on the Team Beachbody Coach 411 page. So Facebook that and see what you can find out. There are a couple new things coming up that have already been released to us and the commoners in the network. So you can take a look at that and see kind of some of the releases coming out from leadership, what's going on, what's coming down the pipeline. So make sure you take a look at that. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Allie Van Arsdale. I'm a lifetime 5-star diamond. Right now I'm sitting at 3-star. But I was an elite coach last year, and I've been a coach for just about 2 years, and a little over 2 years. And I have a lot of fun, a lot of passion for this business. And I am all about building stability in my team. So Val knows this about me. She knows that I'm okay with slower success in order to have a really stable business that I don't have to sweat over. So the fact that I'm a 3-star diamond and not a 5-star diamond, it doesn't stress me. It makes me realize that my business just isn't a growing pain and I need to just make it more stable, and the people will come to get me back to 5-star. So it's just a matter of patience in this business. Just like Gary Vaynerchuk preached to us at Summit, it's patience in this business whenever you build your own business of any sort, whether it's a network marketing business, whether it's your traditional business, it takes patience more than anything. So today, I wanted to talk to you guys about your foundation of your business. I know Gina had commented on the post about, just building a stable business, pushing forward. And I'm going to go back and look at her post right now, actually, and her comment just to make sure this will fit it. I'm pretty sure it will. And I actually learned this from Kim Carver. Kim Carver is one of my favorite corporate mentors. He is somebody who, if you ever have a chance to be on a call with Kim Carver, make sure you're on the call. It's worthwhile. He is, I don't even know what his title is at corporate, it just recently changed, but I know that Melanie sometimes hosts him on the Dream Team call. So I know there's one in the recording somewhere from maybe about 7 months ago. Go and check it out. He is very good at what he does, and he's very good at explaining this as a business, not just something you do because you really like health and fitness, not just something you do because you really like Shakeology. He explains it very well in treating your business like a business, shifting your mindset, and really taking on this, culture of I'm a business owner and this is what I need to do to make it happen. So I'm going to be talking about the foundation that you need in order to build a solid business, to weather the storm whenever they come. So he gave us this great analogy. Kim is always really good, and you can even follow him on Facebook or friend request him on Facebook, because he always puts lots of great wisdom on his Facebook page just about life in general. And he always does an amazing job of giving you a real life situation to relate back to your business. So he gave us this great story about this building that they built somewhere in the world. I think it was in China, and it was the tallest building in China. And they threw it up very, very quickly. And it was built. It was the highest building. Everybody was very impressed by it. And then the first storm came. And the building, as the winds increased, as the weather increased, instead of weathering that storm, the building crumbled to the ground. And they realized that the reason why this building crumbled to the ground was because due to a lack of foundation. They threw together the foundation. They didn't put it up the right way first. So they had to stop. They had to go back. They had to repair it. So that way when the next storm came, it was able to weather the storm. And he juxtaposed that with our business. And he said, as you're building your business, it takes a long time to build a solid foundation. But it's worth it whenever your first storm comes and your business is able to weather it. You're able to lean into that storm with confidence, knowing that your building isn't going to crumble to the ground. Okay? And he gave us these great tips. And I want you to remember too, that whenever buildings have their foundation fail them, when they have the storm crumble them to the ground, the foundation can be repaired. It's time consuming. It takes a little bit of more work. It takes a lot of effort. It's a little bit of reverse engineering, but they can be repaired and you can fix it. So, and I think that's the biggest thing that I took out of that. And, it depends on where you're at in your business, what you take out of things, of course. But that's what I took out of his whole talk was no matter where you are, if your building topples over and you need to do a little repair work, it can be repaired. That's the beauty of it. Okay. So I want you guys, he gave us 4 tips or 4 things needed to have a solid foundation in your business. All right. The first thing he said, the foundation that you need, this is how you need to build it in order for it to weather the storm. The first thing was you need skills, you need habits, you need mindset. That's you. That's the first corner of your solid foundation. Okay. And he said it was very important in this spot. How many of us on a day-to-day basis, we make this exorbitant to-do list, right? And we make it and there's, 10 things on that to-do list. And we check off 3 or 4 of them and they're important things. But then we feel so defeated at the end of the day because we still have 7 things left on that to-do list that we didn't get to, or the laundry never got done, or you know what, my house is a disaster zone, but you still got 3 things off your to-do list. It's so easy to focus on the things that were not accomplished instead of focusing on your wins. And he said a big thing that you can do to shift your mindset is to focus on your wins of the day. He said you need to have a winning mentality because it's all of a sudden going to shift your whole focus and it's going to change your whole mindset as you go toward your business. So you need to see your wins. So as you're planning out your day, you need to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. And know that if you go through the day, if you're doing things and the only thing that you get done is moving your business forward a little bit, then you had a winning day. The laundry didn't get done, or if you didn't get to make your blog post, or you didn't get to make that new cover photo, then you had a winning day because you sent out your invites, you did your workout, you drank your Shakeology. That's considered a winning day. And it's important that you focus on your wins in this business in order to build that solid foundation for your business. All right. And he said, you have to increase your self-discipline. This is going to be something that for me, it was a hard pill to swallow. You have to increase your self-discipline. It's so easy to let life get in the way of this business and really change how you view things, right? So he said you need to increase your self-discipline, okay? Usually the things that you need to increase for your self-discipline are the things that you don't like, but you know they're necessary for success, right? I do not like inviting. I never have. I mean, I'll do it and it's okay, but I don't really like it, but I know it's necessary for my success, all right? I love pizza and I love chocolate, but I know that I can't eat them every single day because it's not necessary for my success, okay? You have to remember those things and the actions that you do. You have to increase your self-discipline, okay? So you need to have these types of disciplines. You need to have a discipline to be completely committed, all right? That means you make commitments that you can keep. Straightforward. You make commitments you can keep. I committed to Val that I would do this call on Saturday. That's why we're doing it an hour earlier, because Matt and I are taking the kids to Portland today. We're leaving at 7 a.m. for a 3-hour road trip. Okay. Like, you make a commitment that you can keep. All right. Number 2, you need to have a discipline of the controllable. Okay. How many times do we hear this in this business? You have to be able to control the controllable in your life. You can let every little thing get in your way, but remember, your goals are yours, and identify what you can control first. Okay. You can control the number of Success Club points you have on the board. You can control, the culture of your team, no matter how big or small it is. You can control whether you do your workout every single day. You can control how you portray yourself on social media. Those are all things you can control. Can you control a coach who doesn't want to work the business? No, you can't. And it's the most infuriating thing in the world, but you can't. You cannot control those things, all right? Next thing, this is all you need to increase your self-discipline. Discipline to be fully accountable. All right. This is so hard. All right. This is where that winning the day mentality comes in. You have to set yourself up for success in the day, and you have to figure out the tasks that at the end of the day, if you get those done, you have felt like you have won the day. For me, if I feel like I have won the day, it's when my team Z is at 100%. like all the circles filled in, not just the 3 that count in the 100%, but all my circles are filled in. All right, if I clean my inbox, if I make sure my emails are returned, if I make sure that I've been active on social media and my workout is done. Surprise, surprise, it's the vital behaviors, okay? If I get my vital behaviors done every single day, I have won the day. I can go to bed, I can sleep easy because I know that I have won the day. Even if I got 15 million no's and nobody bought a challenge pack and 4 coaches dropped rank, I still won the day because I did the things that I set out to move my business forward, to have that act of discipline and being fully accountable. All right? Remember, those are your controllable activities. I can control how many people I invite. I can control whether or not I do my personal development. I can control all of those things. All right? So that was that first thing. That first corner of your solid foundation is you, your skills, your habits, your mindsets. The next corner for your foundation is duplication. All right? And this is so imperative when you get to this level and you start building a team. All right? Because everybody here is a diamond coach. You should have at least one working coach under you building a team. All right? Or many coaches under you building a team. Now, the biggest thing from this is you have to remember, you duplicate systems, you don't duplicate people. All right? You duplicate systems, you do not duplicate people. Okay? It's so crucial. I think when we hear the word systems, we think some big elaborate thing, and it's not. Okay? Systems can be very, very small. It can be a simple thing like a Google document that you share with them that has examples of social media posts. All right? That's a system. System can be something that I can't take credit, Lisa. That's from Kim Carver. But, it is gold. I agree. So you have to duplicate systems. How do you expand your network? Teach that to your new coaches. How do you run an effective challenge group? Teach that to your new coaches. All right. How do you onboard coaches? Those 30 to 90 days. Those are all duplicatable systems. And if you find your business is at a point where you get to a point and it drops off, you get to a point and it drops off. You onboard new coaches, they get to Coach Basics, and then they don't do anything. Or they get through Coach Basics, they're rock stars, they hit Success Club 10, then month 2, they don't do anything. If you find that it's happening over and over again in the same spot, that's your pressure point, right? That's where the breakdown is. That's where you need a system. That's where you need to get better, all right? If it's consistently doing that, then that shows you where you need to make it better. That shows you where you need to have a better system, where you need to be able to duplicate something. Because remember, that person knows what to do if they had success and all of a sudden they're not doing it. We just need to give them a system that they can continue to move their business forward, okay? So that was the second pillar, duplication. And the biggest thing, you duplicate systems, you do not duplicate people, okay? And if one person's not doing it, don't throw yourself into them. Move on to the next person. Put the energy into the controllable activities that you can control and continue to move your business forward, okay? Next one, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, so if it's noisy. Next one, for your second or your third pillar of a solid foundation, you need to find and develop people more than you ever have before, okay? Growing a team is not easy. Guys, it takes work, it takes sweat, it takes tears, and the journey is different for every single person. Okay? Just because this person has built a team in a year and looks awesome and is doing amazing things with their business, that does not mean it reflects your business. Every person is different because every person is portraying a different story on social media. Every person is attracted to other people. Like, it takes different amounts of time for everybody. Okay? And at this point, if you want a solid foundation in your business, a corner, you need to find and develop more people than you ever have before, okay? You cannot go with the status quo, all right? You need new people coming in, new life to your team. It's going to invigorate those old people, or it's going to seal the deal that this isn't for them, and you're going to have people come and rise to the occasion, and you're going to have people that fall off. That is the nature of this business. I promise you, okay? You guys know that the emeralds that got you to diamond aren't the emeralds that keep you at diamond. You know that the diamonds that get you to Star Diamond aren't the diamonds that keep you at Star Diamond, okay? If I had every coach go diamond who told me they wanted to go diamond, I would be like a 15-star diamond in 3 business centers, okay? People talk a lot of talk, but you have to put your money where your mouth is, okay? And this is where recruiting comes in, all right? You have to have new blood because that equals successful blood. It shows your team that you're willing to work with the workable who wants to work, right? You have to work with the willing. And it's also going to bring in new blood, new life. And it's going to show your old people that you're here to build a business. And if you're going to jump on the train and go with me, awesome. You're always more than welcome. But if you need to get off the train for a little bit, you can get back on when I come back by. Okay? It's one of those things where you just have to keep going toward your vision. Okay? Next one, your fourth and final corner to your solid foundation. You have to stay engaged in the basics. Gosh, how simple is that, right? We get so caught up in all the fluff, right? Oh, I need to get professional photos done. You know what? I need to make my cover photo. You know what? I need to make sure I'm building my like page. You know, I need to make sure that I am becoming, I don't know. I can't even think of anything else that's fluffy. There's a whole bunch of fluffy stuff. But anyway, you have to stay engaged in the basics. All right? This is a relationship building business. That's why one of my wins for the day is talking to people. If I start my conversations, if I engage with my audience, if I go through and give genuine comments on people's things on Facebook and be involved and interested in their life, okay? They're so crucial to your success. You have to become a master of the mundane in this business, all right? We look at these very successful coaches, and sometimes it's hard to see them at this point in their business, right? Where we are, where it was like, gosh, I just need some working coaches. Gosh, I just need some coaches who are actually going to do what they told me they were going to do. It's hard to see those coaches at this point in their business, right? Because we just see their success. We just see where they are right now. We don't see where they have been, all right? And you have to make sure that you are becoming a master of the mundane, inviting, product of the product, sharing your journey. All right, following up with people, being you, sharing your story, all of those things are so crucial to your success, okay? And as you onboard new coaches, all right, you have to remember this, that just because something is simple, because our 4 vital behaviors, they're very straightforward, they're very simple. Read your personal development, invite people to join you, become a product of the product, and then recognize people when they deserve recognition. They're very straightforward, correct? I mean, do you guys all agree? They're very straightforward. But remember, simple does not equal simply understood. Okay? It takes people a long time sometimes to understand how to connect with somebody, especially if they're very introverted, if they've never really done that before. Okay? You have to give them time, and you have to make sure that as you're going about it, you're not squashing that new coach's spirit, and you're providing them with the kind of not nurturing, but with the tools necessary. It's where those systems come in so that they can duplicate it and be successful. You guys all hit Success Club every single month, right? Some months it's harder than others, but you all hit Success Club every single month. So you just have to teach your new coaches how you do that. What do you do? How do you approach your month? How do you go about hitting Success Club every single month? What's the majority of your time spent doing? New coaches put a lot of effort in things that aren't necessary a lot of the time, okay? They think that they have to have things all together and organized and perfect, and we all know that you don't, okay? You can be a hot mess 99% of the time in this business and still be pretty damn successful, okay? So you just have to make sure that you're not giving them an inaccurate portrayal, but you have to make sure you're giving them some really nice things to go off of, and you have to have some type of system in place, okay? You have to. So just to review the 4 pillars. Amanda, you've already heard this on one of our diamond calls that I did, but it's always good to hear it again. Our 4 pillars of a solid foundation in your business. Let me go back and review them. Number 1, okay, you. It's your skills, it's your mindset, it's your habits. All right. For me, this is the most important of your foundation. For me, this is like the center peg. This is what is going to keep your business sound and moving forward. And remember, you have to have a winning the day mentality. Don't feel like you're going to be able to get it all done, because you're not. You're not going to be able to get it all done. I hate to break it to you. You're just not. You're a human being. You have kids. You have a job. You have a life. This cannot be all consuming. And if you are having this be all consuming, you're going to attract people. You're going to have a hard time attracting people, because nobody wants something that's all consuming. Okay? So that's the first one, is you. The second one is duplication. Remember, you duplicate systems, not people. You need to make sure you have some sort of system in place to duplicate, so that when you onboard new coaches, they can have success. They can be successful right out of the gate. Next one, you need to find and develop people more than you have ever before. Okay? That means you need to bring new life into your team, new blood constantly. Always be in phase one. Always be bringing in new challengers. If you're having a hard time recruiting coaches, shift your attention from recruiting coaches and shift your attention to your challengers. Love on them. Give them amazing support. Give them amazing, attention. Be with them on their journey. Because remember, every single coach, I think everybody on this call probably started out in a challenge group first. Okay? Nobody, the coaches on my team who struggle are the ones who came in for the business, not the ones who came in from a challenge group with a love of the products already. You have a leg up on other coaches if you have an experience, if you have a transformation, if you have a way that your life has been changed by these products, because we know that they work. So if you're having a hard time recruiting coaches, shift your focus from recruiting to engaging with your challengers, talking with them, being with them not just for 21 days, but for their entire journey, no matter how long it takes. Okay? Some of my diamond coaches, they did 3-4 challenge groups before they even committed to the business, even though I approached them on day 20. Okay? It takes time for people to commit to this business. They're going to watch you. A seed has been planted. Okay? Next thing, remember our fourth pillar, you need to stay engaged in the basics. Okay? Plain and simple. Stay engaged in the basics. And remember, simple does not equal simply understood. Okay? It takes time for people to understand things. And remember, many of us have been doing this business for years. We just know what to do when we sit down, right? When I sit down to work my business, I just know what I got to do. I don't have to think about it. I'm at a point in my business where I'm in a very good rhythm. I know exactly what I need to do to hit Success Club. Even if it's the 22nd of the month and I'm sitting at Success Club 2, I know what I need to do by October 31st to hit Success Club for the month, right? We know what we have to do. But we have to make sure we're able to teach that and break it down for our coaches who are coming in blind. I remember being a brand new coach, and I didn't participate a lick in Coach Basics. I didn't do anything. I didn't even get on the calls. I was like, who is this Val person and what is she doing? Like, I don't even know what this is all about. She thinks she has a real business. This is a joke. That's what I thought. Not even kidding. All right. And then you need to give people time. And the biggest piece of advice is you have to meet people where they are in order to take them where you want them to go. So if you're a challenger who you know is going to be an amazing coach, meet them where they are. If they're a challenger right now and they really want to work on themselves and they want to get in amazing shape, you need to meet them there and you need to support them there so that you can take them eventually where you want them to go. Okay? Always remember that. Okay, so those are my things. And remember, when a storm comes, if you have a solid foundation, you can lean into that storm with no worries. You can lean into the rank dropping. You can lean into low volume. You can lean into the holidays and know that your business will be fine. If you have a shaky foundation, remember, it can be repaired. It's going to take time. It may take a little blood, sweat, and tears. It may take a little bit of a regression, but it can be repaired. That's the biggest thing you have to remember. Okay? What questions do you guys have for me?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Hey, so I have 3 coaches who I have put in a Push to Emerald group 3 times. I don't invest my time with them. I ask them questions. I pop in, I check on them maybe twice a month, but I don't baby them. I always say like, hey, what's the problem? Let's get you to the Emerald group. And then they're like pumped and stoked and they're ready to go. And they get into the Push to Emerald and they do day 1. And I'm like, this is the time. And then they just drop off. So my question is, do I still invest a little bit of time in them, or do I try every now and again to like really focus to mold them? Because I know they have what it takes. It's just they're
My
called
internet shaky, Lisa.
just
I
not.
heard that you know that they have what it takes, but then I didn't hear the
I
last
mean,
part.
like I know that they have what it takes. They're just using that as their crutch, I think. And so my question, I guess, is at what point do I just say, do I keep doing it how I'm doing? Like, I don't invest a lot of time in them. I check in with them, I think, frequently enough for as much effort as they're giving me, but I still try to give them that opportunity, like to pump them up and get them in the group and to get them where I want them to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say you're doing it right, Lisa. I mean, like Amanda's one of my coaches. Like she knows, like you hit Success Club in the month, you show up, you're putting in the effort, you're going to get a one-on-one call with me. Like she and I have a one-on-one call right after this call. You're going to get a one-on-one from me. You always, my other coaches who don't hit Success Club, because I think in my personally sponsored coach page, I have quite a few coaches, but even if they don't hit Success Club, if I show that they're putting the effort in, if I see them active on social media, if I see that they're doing their vital behaviors, at least on the surface, what I can see them doing, then they get my time, if they're putting in an effort. If they don't, this is my go-to, what I say to them. And I always go, hey, so-and-so, I remember when we first started talking, your main goal was to do this. Is that still your goal? Because right now what I'm seeing from you and what you're bringing out isn't aligned with that goal. So do we need to reevaluate goals, or is this your goal that you're still working for, so that I know how to support you as your coach? And I'll say that to coaches all the time. And I'll say, is your goal still that? Or do you need to be back in a challenge group as a challenger to get back on track with your health and fitness? I've offered that so many times to my coaches who have fallen off, and it's like new life for them. Whenever they just go back to basics and be in a challenge group as a challenger without the pressure of commenting, without the pressure of posting, they just get to go be a challenger. So I always offer that to them. And I just ask them what their goals are. You know, is this still your goal? Because if so, I'm going to push you so that you can get to that goal. If that's not your goal, then let's reevaluate so that I know how to support you. And it's going to take such a weight off your shoulders whenever you have that conversation with them, so that you know who to invest your time with and how to invest your time with them. Because goals change, and that's okay. Did that help, Lisa? Good. Anybody else have any questions?
I do.
Go ahead, Gina.
What do you do with the people that are always roller coasters? Like,
They'll never go away.
yeah, they start to build, and then, life happens, and I'm getting a lot of people that are just like, have life circumstances right now, and I just kind of look at them and I think, like, you know me, you know my last year.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of life circumstances, but I still showed up.
Yeah.
And I didn't miss Success Club because I knew it was important. I don't know how to not be my red personality and kind of be too intense and be like, well, no crap. Everyone has stuff happen. Yeah. Life is really freaking hard.
Yeah.
But
I think the biggest thing, Gina, when you approach that situation, you just have to empathize, especially if they're a blue person. I'm a blue personality. I run my business like a red personality, but personally, I'm a very blue personality. And my husband is very red. And he's like that, Gina, where he's like, just suck it up. Like, geez. Like, he's like that. And he has learned over the course of our, almost 7-year marriage that he can't talk to me like that because I will crumble. Business talk, absolutely. Like, I'm fine taking that in my business, but personally, I have a very hard time with that. So the biggest thing that I can say is empathize with them and make sure you show them compassion, and that you understand not that you understand what they're going through, but you're empathizing with them, that you're noticing that what they're going through is a struggle, and what they're going through deserves some sort of an attention. Okay. But then you have to bring it back around, and you have to say, hey, I understand you're going through X, Y, and Z, but remember the goals we talked about. It's going to be so much harder to get those goals if you let this situation get the best of you and stall your business. So make sure you just have those conversations with them to make sure they're coming forward. Like, I remember, Amanda, when you got married, you were like, I'm not sure what to do with the honeymoon and everything. I said, well, first of all, you need to enjoy your honeymoon. It's your honeymoon. It happens once. Like, enjoy it. I said, but if you want to move your business forward, if you want to continue working toward your goals, you can't shut down your business. This isn't a traditional business. I said, am I telling you have to go all out? No. I said, but you need to still be showing people that this can work when you go on vacation, that you can still get your workout in, that you can still get up a little bit earlier and work your business if this is important to you. And she did it, and her business didn't stall. That life situation didn't stall her business. It didn't even just hold status quo. It moved her business forward even more, okay? And I think that's the biggest thing that you can do is you have to constantly tell them just your mess is your message. Whatever you're going through, it can be a catapult into a brand new audience. It can be a catapult into another relatable story for somebody else. I mean, when I was pregnant, I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this for my business? And that was the catalyst for my business. It opened my market to a brand new area. And you can let something like that totally stall your business and stagnate it, or you can use it to propel your business forward. So always take on, and that's a headwind. That's just leaning into the headwind, right? And making sure you're able to keep moving. And I think when you're a blue personality, if you're dealing with blues, Gina, on your team, you need to build them up. You need to remind them that they can do it. You need to reassure them that it's going to be okay, that tough times will happen, but you need to build them up and know that it will be okay, if that makes sense. That this too shall pass. And I think Amanda can speak to this too a little bit because she's a blue. So she can kind of speak to that as well. But yeah, and it's hard it's hard to show empathy sometimes. And it's okay to let their messages sit in your inbox for a day and respond when you're in a better place, so that you can respond the right way so that they're not just torn. Because I know for me, whenever I'm going through a hard time, if somebody were to come at me and be like, you just need to do it, like I totally shut down, and I dig in my heels and it makes me not want to do it at all. So that's just me. And I'm pretty darn blue for my personal life. So that's just something to consider. Did that help, Gina, a little bit? Yeah. Good. Do you guys have any other questions? Another thing, Gina, blues, we hold grudges and we let things fester and we don't forget things. Like it's like if you hurt their feelings, they always remember it. Just to remember, just to keep it, because I know red personalities, like they don't care or whatever, but they hold grudges, they hold resent, everything. It's a terrible quality of a blue, but that's what we do. Do you guys have any other questions? All right, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm not going to keep you. Thank you so much for hopping on an hour earlier. And Lisa, I saw your question about sharing this with your teams. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. You can share this call with your teams. I'll post the recording in the Diamonds page, and you can definitely share it with your teams. But yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll let you go. No problem, guys. It was my pleasure. If you guys could hop off, that'd be great because I have a call with Amanda. So we're going to do our one-on-one just on the same link. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.
Bye, Allie. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.